You're bleeding. You do not see the blood, but you can feel the warmth of it running down your side. You feel the heat rising in your cheeks, betraying you. You feel the tightening of your throat, that pathetic lump that forms when you're about to cry or scream. Someone has just insulted you. Perhaps it was a joke at a dinner party, designed to humiliate you in front of your peers. Perhaps it was a passive-aggressive comment from a boss who enjoys watching you squirm under the microscope. Perhaps it was a lover who knows exactly which button to push to dismantle your confidence and harvest your pain. And in that moment, you did exactly what you were programmed to do by a weak society. You reacted. You snapped back, your voice trembling with defensive rage, making you look unstable and easily governed. Or worse, you went silent, looking down at your shoes, sulking like a wounded child, radiating a scent of weakness that predators can smell from a mile away. You saw that smirk on their face, that micro-expression of satisfaction. They won. They drank your energy like fine wine, and you went home, replaying that moment in your head 1,000 times, lying awake at 3 a.m., thinking of what you should have said. You lost sleep. You lost dignity. You lost power. Why? Because you believed the lie. You have been infected by a virus of the mind. Society has fed you a poison disguised as medicine. They tell you, be vulnerable. They tell you communication is key. They tell you, if someone hurts you, tell them how you feel. If you show them your pain, they will understand. They will apologize. They will change. This is not just a lie. It is a death sentence. It is a fairy tale told to sheep to keep them docile while the wolves sharpen their knives. To show your bleeding wound to a great white shark is not an act of bravery. It is suicide. To show your tears to a narcissist is not intimacy. It is supplying them with ammunition for the next war. You are living in a theater of predators. And in this hierarchy, your emotion is not an expression of your soul. It is data, pure raw data. When you react, you hand them the blueprints to your psyche. You tell them, here is where I am weak. Here is where I can be controlled. Here is the lever you must pull to make me dance. As long as you react, you are a slave. As long as you defend yourself, you are guilty. As long as you explain yourself, you are subordinate. It is time to kill the part of you that seeks to be understood. It is time to build the fortress. Today, we perform surgery on your personality. We are going to excise the weakness and replace it with something cold, something hard, something impenetrable. We're going to discuss the void defense. This is not about winning an argument. This is about the psychological annihilation of the opponent without speaking a word of aggression. If you want to stop being the prey, you must stop acting like a mammal. You must become a phenomenon of nature. You must become the abyss. You must understand that the modern world is not a community. It is a battlefield of egos. Every interaction is a negotiation of power. Every conversation is a covert war for status. When you enter a room, you are entering a gladiatorial arena, but you have entered without armor. You have entered with your heart on your sleeve, and you wonder why you keep getting cut. Machiavelli taught us that it is safer to be feared than loved. But in the modern era, fear is too loud. Fear creates resistance. We do not want to be a tyrant who screams. We want to be the void that consumes. We want to be the black hole that no light can escape. When you master the void defense, you become a ghost in the machine. You become a glitch in their reality. You become the one thing a manipulator cannot handle, a blank slate. Let us begin the reconstruction. Here are the laws of the void. Law number 1, the law of emotional zero. Understand the physics of power. Power is a currency. In any interaction between two humans, there is a transfer of energy. The one who reacts is the one who pays. The one who remains valid is the one who collects. When an antagonist attacks you, whether it is a subtle dig about your salary, a joke about your appearance, or a blatant disrespect, they are making an investment. They are investing their time and their risk to provoke a response. They are fishing. If you bite, they reel you in. If you get angry, you validate their importance. You are saying, you are significant enough to disrupt my emotional baseline. If you get sad, you validate their power. You are saying, You have the authority to determine my self-worth. Both anger and sadness are forms of submission. The law of emotional zero dictates that your internal state must be completely decoupled from external stimuli. You must view their insult not as a personal attack, but as a noise. Imagine you're walking down the street and a dog barks at you from behind a fence. Do you bark back? Do you sit down on the curb and cry because the dog doesn't like you? Do you try to explain to the dog that you are a good person and it should be nicer to you? No, you keep walking because you are a human and it's a dog. Its opinion is irrelevant to your existence. This is the mindset you must adopt. When they speak, you must hear it as meaningless static. A weather report. Oh, it is raining insults today. How interesting. You do not absorb. You do not deflect. You let it pass through you. You become a ghost, because you cannot hit a ghost. You cannot cut smoke. When you achieve emotional zero, you stop being a target and become a mirror. And when a monster looks into a mirror, it does not see you. It sees its own ugliness reflected back. This requires a fracturing of the self. You must separate the you that feels from the you that acts. Let the internal child feel the sting if it must, but put the internal child in a soundproof room in the basement of your mind. The person standing at the door must be the soldier. The soldier does not feel. The soldier executes. Law number 2, the optical asymmetry. We move from the internal to the external. The eyes are the windows to the soul. So close the curtains. How do you look at someone who is trying to destroy you? Most of you look away. This is the submission signal. It exposes the neck. It says, I am afraid of your gaze. Some of you glare. You squint. You furrow your brows. You tighten your jaw. This is the threat signal. It tells them, I am affected, and I am defensive. It is weak because it is reactive. It shows them that their arrow hit the target. You need the dead eyes. This is a technique used by high-level interrogators, clinical sociopaths, and the most effective CEOs in history. It is the removal of all micro-expressions. The human face is a billboard. It broadcasts your fear, your surprise, your hesitation, your desire for approval. You must wipe the billboard clean. Relax your forehead. Botox your soul. Unclench your jaw. Relax the muscles around your mouth. And then, the gaze. Do not look into their eyes. Looking eye to eye creates a connection. We do not want a connection. We want depersonalization. Look at the spot on their forehead, exactly 1 inch above the bridge of their nose. Or look at one eye only, the right eye, and never shift your gaze to the left. This creates a subtle, subconscious discomfort in them. They will feel like you are looking at them, but not seeing them. Like you are examining a specimen in a jar. Like you are looking through them at a wall behind their head. Hold this gaze. Do not blink excessively. Do not nod. Do not shake your head. Just observe. Imagine you are a scientist watching a rat run through a maze. The rat bites the walls. Does the scientist get angry? No. He takes notes. When they insult you, apply the optical asymmetry. Look at that spot on their forehead. Let the silence hang. 3 seconds, 4 seconds. In social dynamics, silence is not empty. Silence is heavy. Silence is pressure. Most people are terrified of silence. They rush to fill it with nervous laughter or explanations. Let them fill it. Let them drown in it. By staring with dead eyes, you are forcing them to sit in the wreckage of their own rudeness. You are holding up a mirror. They will start to fidget. They will look away. They will ask, "What? Why are you looking at me like that?" They are cracking. The frame has flipped. They tried to make you the victim, but your silence has made them the performer, and they are bombing on stage. You are watching a bad actor try to remember their lines. Do not help them. Let them struggle. Law number 3, the verbal guillotine. Eventually you must speak, but you must not speak to engage. You must speak to terminate. The amateur tries to come up with a witty comeback. Oh yeah? Well, you're stupid too. Pathetic. That is 2 children throwing mud in a sandbox. The amateur tries to defend. I actually didn't mean it like that. Let me explain. Weak. If you are explaining, you are losing. That is the cardinal rule of politics and power. The master uses the non sequitur. The verbal guillotine is a phrase that cuts the head off the conversation. It provides no hooks for them to grab onto. It is smooth, round, and slippery. Here is the script. They insult you. You hold the dead-eye silence for 3 seconds. Then you say, in a flat, monotone voice, "I see you feel that way." And then you turn back to your work. Or, "That is an opinion." Or simply, "Okay." Do not use sarcasm. Sarcasm is passive aggression, which is just anger in a mask. Sarcasm shows you care enough to be clever. You must sound bored. You must sound like you were reading a tax audit. You must sound like you were reading the ingredients on a cereal box. By giving a neutral acknowledgement, you are denying them the conflict they crave. Narcissists and toxic people are emotional junkies. They need a fix of drama. They need you to scream, or cry, or fight. When you say "I see," you are handing them a glass of warm water when they ask for vodka. It is unsatisfying. It is boring. You are starving their ego. Imagine they're throwing a ball at you, expecting you to catch it and throw it back. Instead, you let the ball hit your chest and fall to the floor. You don't pick it up. You step over it and walk away. They are left standing there, holding nothing, looking foolish. This is the ultimate disrespect. Hatred is not the opposite of love. Indifference is. If you hate them, they win. If you ignore them with emotion, they win. But if you acknowledge them as if they were a piece of furniture, that destroys them. It signals, "You do not exist in my world as a threat. You are merely background noise." Law number 4, the chronological stranglehold. Time is a weapon. The victim reacts instantly. Stimulus, response, like a knee-jerk reflex. This shows a lack of self-control. It shows that your nervous system is wired directly to their mouth. The master controls time. When they ask a manipulative question, do not answer immediately. Wait. Use the power pause. Count to 3 in your head. 1, 2, 3. Then answer. This delay breaks their rhythm. It creates anticipation. It signals that you are thinking, evaluating, and choosing your words. It signals that you operate on your own timeline, not theirs. You are the king, sitting on the throne. The jester asks a question. The king answers when he pleases. Or perhaps he does not answer at all. Sometimes, the most powerful answer is to continue doing exactly what you were doing, as if they had not spoken. This is the ghosting in real time. It is brutal. It tells them they are invisible. Law number 5, the biological override. You must understand that your body will try to betray you. Your heart will race. Your palms will sweat. This is your amygdala, the lizard brain, screaming, "Danger! Danger!" You must treat your biology as a separate entity. Thank you for the warning, amygdala, but we are not in the jungle. We are in an office. Breathe through the nose. Deep, slow breaths. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It calms the beast. Keep your body open. Do not cross your arms. Crossing arms is a defensive shield. It shows you are protecting your vital organs. Keep your arms loose. Take up space. Lean back. The one who leans forward is seeking approval. The one who leans back is judging the performance. Be the judge. Never be the contestant. The transformation. What happens when you apply the void defense? At first, it will feel unnatural. It will feel wrong. You have been trained to be nice. You have been trained to smooth things over. You will feel a compulsion to smile, to laugh nervously, to break the tension. You must kill that compulsion. You must murder the nice guy or the nice girl inside you. They are the reason you are suffering. Override your biology. Build the dam. But the more you do it, the more powerful you become. You will see the panic in their eyes. You will watch them escalate, trying desperately to get a reaction. They will get louder. They will get nastier. This is the extinction burst. It is a psychological term. When a behavior no longer produces a reward, the subject will increase the intensity of the behavior before giving up. It is the final tantrum of a dying dynamic. Hold the line. Maintain the void. Do not crack. Eventually, they will break. They will realize you are no longer a source of supply. They will realize the well is dry. They will move on to an easier victim. But something else will happen. Something far more important. You will reclaim your sovereignty. You will realize that no one can hurt you unless you give them permission. You will walk into a room and feel like a giant among children. You will stop seeking validation. You will stop explaining yourself. You will become mysterious. People are drawn to the void. They are terrified of it, but they are fascinated by it. A man who cannot be provoked is a man who cannot be controlled. A woman who needs nothing is a woman who owns everything. You become the architect of your own reality. You are no longer a leaf blowing in the wind of other people's moods. You are the mountain. The storm screams at the mountain. The mountain does not reply. It remains. You will begin to see social interactions for what they really are. Games. And once you see the game, you can no longer lose it. You will see the strings on the puppets. You will see the insecurity behind the arrogance. You will see the fear behind the aggression. And you will feel nothing but a cold, detached pity. This is true power. Not the power to control others, but the power to control yourself. The power of impenetrability. The power of the void. Consider the archetype of the Sphinx. It sits in the desert, silent, eternal. Riddles are asked, but it gives no easy answers. It does not care if you like it. It does not care if you understand it. It simply is. Be the Sphinx. Let them break themselves against your silence. Let them scream into the abyss until their throats are raw. You will remain untouched. You will remain pristine. You will remain free. Most people will tell you this is cold. They will tell you this is sociopathic. Let them. Sheep always think the shepherd is a wolf because he carries a staff. They do not understand that the staff is for their protection and for his defense. You are not doing this to be cruel. You are doing this to survive. You are doing this to preserve your sanity in an insane world. You are building a wall so that you can tend to your own garden without trampled by trespassers. Do not apologize for the wall. Do not apologize for the lock on the gate. Do not apologize for who you are becoming. The old you is dead. Let him die. Let her die. Mourn them if you must, but do not resurrect them. They were weak. They were naive. They were food. The new you is hungry, but not for validation. Not for love, not for acceptance. The new you is hungry for reality, for truth, for the cold, hard ground of existence where you stand alone and unafraid. This is the path of the Machiavellian. It is a lonely path, but it is the only path that leads to the throne. Are you ready to walk it? Or will you go back to the herd? Will you go back to bleeding with the sheep? Will you go back to begging the butcher for mercy? The choice is yours. It has always been yours. But remember this, once you see the strings, you can never unsee them. Once you taste the power of the void, you can never go back to the noise. You have been warned. Most of you will watch this video and do nothing. You will nod your head. You will get a dopamine hit from feeling understood. And then you will click off. You will scroll to a cat video. You will go back to your miserable job and your toxic relationships. You will go back to apologizing for existing. You will go back to bleeding for sharks, because it's easier. It is easier to be a victim than to be a master. It is easier to cry than to be cold. Being cold requires discipline. It requires constant vigilance. It requires the death of your old self. Are you ready to bury him? Are you ready to bury her? I do not ask for your likes. I do not care about the algorithm. I do not ask for your trivial comments telling me good video. I'm not here to entertain you. I am here to arm you. I am here to give you a scalpel. If you are ready to wield these tools, if you are ready to see the information that YouTube is too afraid to host, if you are ready to enter the inner circle where we dissect the darkest aspects of human nature without filters, then you know where the link is. Join the architects. If you have the courage to pay the price of admission, the price is not just money. The price is your innocence. The price is your illusions. Most people cannot pay that price. They want the lie. They want the blue pill. They want to believe that the world is fair and that people are good. If that is you, leave now. Run back to your fantasy. But if you are tired of the taste of your own blood, if you are ready to become the shark, click the link. Enter the void. The rest of you, enjoy being food.